Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fantasy Island. Last episode, we built this functional archery range, created this awesome fire staff, and teamed up with Froggy to take on a modded dungeon. But today we're... Oh, shrine task.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's a shrine resetting, right?
Yeah, and I have a book here.
Yep, me too. You know what? I'm gonna read.
I'm gonna read mine first.
The shrine hums soft, a final decree.
This is the end, the last you'll see.
Complete the island, let it be done.
Your journey ends where it begun.
Wait, finish our island?
The journey ends here? We have to come here when we finish our island?
Well, we have to finish our island. I still have so much work to do.
Wait, yeah, I have like so much terraforming and everything to do. I haven't even built my castle yet.
Oh, there's no time for chatting. See you later.
Yeah.
No.
You stink.
Oh, geez, I cannot believe it. The shrine's given us a task to finish the entire island. I mean, is that even a fair task? I mean, the island is looking pretty good for the most part, but we still have this entire wooded area to fill with something. And I did have a pretty good idea for this area before. Am I going to be able to pull this off in one episode? You know what, just to start, let me just clear out all of these trees. That way I'm really going to be able to tell what space I have to work with. And you know what? If we have to finish this island this episode, well, I think we need to do it right. And by the looks of things, we're going to have to go pretty big. So yeah, let me just clear these trees and then we can talk about my plan. All right, yep, we have quite a big space to fill this episode. I mean, it doesn't really look too bad until you come down on the ground. This is quite a considerable area to fill, but we should probably talk about my plan. We are, of course, meant to be transforming this island into a big old kingdom, and you can't really have a kingdom without a castle. Who would have guessed me building a castle? So yeah, that is the plan for this area. I was originally planning on doing a whole bunch of custom terraforming here, and then on a different episode, building a castle on the top. But as soon as we're gonna have to condense this down into one episode, I think we'll maybe scale back the castle build, even though it still is going to be pretty big. And we'll also scale down the custom terrain. I think we'll do that on the back portion of this area. And then maybe in front, we can just extend the farmland, because that is going to connect up right over here. So I don't think that would look too out of place. But before we go on to any of that farmland stuff, I think I was going to beeline working on the castle area. And before I can even do that, I need to start figuring out all the custom terrain. Now, of course, I'm going to want to make this out of some stone. Let's maybe try some moss and some mossy cobble. We'll throw in a bit of andesite and probably need some regular cobblestone too, of which I only have 5. Okay, you know what, there's some more over here. Let's just quickly grab this, because for this terrain I think I wanted to have a little bit of a gradient to it. So we'll go smooth stone into andesite and into some cobblestone, mossy cobble, and then on the top we're gonna have some moss, and this will actually be the top layer. Then for some extra prettiness we can just bone meal that, get this all filled in. And yeah, that's gonna be the general style how the terrain's gonna look. I have a pretty cool idea for this that at first may seem a little bit weird, but it's something I wanted to try for a long time, and I think the end result is going to look pretty sweet. Like, I don't think I want to blend the textures, so I'm going to keep them as strips, and the whole terrain is going to be made up of like a bunch of different misshaped pillars. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain with only 6 cobblestone blocks left. Honestly, I kind of thought I had a lot more than that. So before I can really do anything this episode, I need to take a trip down into the mines, because I'm going to need a whole bunch of stone, a whole bunch of cobblestone, going to need some more andesite. Yep, I got a whole bunch of resource gathering to do. I'll see you soon. All right, quite a lot of time has passed since that last clip, because I've been down in those mines for such a long time. We're making a whole bunch of stone over here at the blacksmith. As you can see there, we got over 5,000 plus 14,000 cobblestone, whole bunch of andesite. I collected some moss, made some mossy cobble, and I'm hoping that's going to give us enough blocks to make some good progress with this terrain over here. But before we get building, I did get a whole bunch of mining XP. I don't know how many levels we got, but well, I thought we could take a look together. 53 points. What? Yep, okay, I've been doing a whole lot of mining. I mean, if we can be able to fill up the whole tree, I think we are. Oh yes, here we go, the final one. Boom, you're on 23 points left to spare. I don't think we can actually do anything with those, but that's pretty cool. Oh, we've got 2 on the mob points as well. I'll take another heart and some extra melee damage. Not too sure if we get the mob one completed, but yep, we definitely got the mining one done. And you know what? Before I do any more building here, just gonna grab some XP nuggets and just repair my pickaxe. There we go. And now I got some figuring out to do. I'm just gonna get rid of this little thing here, because before I do anything, I just want to grab a little bit of cobblestone, and I kind of want to figure out how high this terrain's gonna go. I think I probably want the highest point of this terrain to be around this area. So let's just build a pillar up here. Maybe something like this. And let's maybe make another pillar over here where it's a little bit taller. So I think this is the area that I'd like the castle to sit on, around here, and over on that pillar as well. I mean, we're kind of going to need to use our imagination a little bit here, but I guess a castle would be around this sort of area. I'm not really too sure if that's going to be too high or not, but you should see it poking over these trees. And let's maybe take a big step back as well. And yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine, but you know what? I think that could work. Let's just grab a few of our building blocks. Let's maybe start with some lower pillars around here. So we'll do 2 layers of stone. We'll do a layer of andesite, and then cobble, mossy, and of course our moss. Now there we go. We got our first little bouldery kind of thing. As a rule, what I'd like to do when making a different pillar is make sure they don't make them the same height as an adjacent one. So if I just quickly get this built up here, you can see we've got something that looks a little bit like that. And let's maybe do one back here as well, but we'll make this one a bit taller. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that, you know. Definitely looks very different to what I'd usually do, but I kind of want to try and go out my comfort zone with this project. Let's maybe put a lower one over here. Yeah, I really think this could work, you know. I basically need to follow this rule here now across this entire area here, so we have a nice platform to build a castle on. Now this may end up encroaching over into the water here, but I don't really mind that too much. If we end up expanding the island a bit, that's okay with me. But seeing as this is probably going to take me a couple of days to do, we're going to be doing this in a time lapse. Let's go. Oh boy, this thing's looking so nice. You know what? While I was building this, I was kind of having second thoughts about the idea, but you know what? I think this is looking really good, especially coming from over this way, which is going to be our entrance to the castle. You can kind of see peaks of it coming through the trees, and then you got this nice reveal as you come through. I really like that. Now, one thing I did have a concern about was actually all of this moss, because I'm using this Vanilla Tweaks texture pack for the grass to make it nice and vibrant. I thought maybe the moss wouldn't really fit in with this area very well, but taking a big step back here, I kind of feel like this really sets this area apart from the rest of the island, which I guess could bug some people, but for me, I really like it. Now, as you can see here, I did a whole bunch of bone mealing on the moss, which of course is adding like a nice bit of decoration to the area, of which I think I might want to do more at some point, maybe a few custom trees or something. But what I think it also does is blend it into the rest of the island. There is probably still a little bit more that I need to do here, but with a few empty spaces, which I think I'm going to end up putting some fields in later. So I'll probably tackle the finer details of this terrain towards the end of the episode. But as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of this terrain that's not bone mealed, because of course this is where the castle's going to go. Now I haven't really thought this far ahead yet. This build is completely unplanned, but as far as the palette goes for the castle, I think I want to try and go with some stone. I was kind of worried that maybe it would blend in too much with the terrain, but with all the moss and all the bone mealing, I think we're going to get away with using stone, of which I still have so much left over. So I think I'm going to go away and figure out some sort of palette to use. And I definitely want to use this polished andesite, and yeah, I need to have a little bit of a think about the rest. So yeah, I'll get that figured out, and then I'll come back and we'll make a little floor plan for this castle together. I say little, it's probably going to be pretty big. Oh, so much work to do to finish this island, you stinking shrine. Okay, super basic plan here. You can see for the most part, I'm going to be using some stone and some andesite, and then I'm going to use this polished andesite as a little bit of structure, kind of how we use spruce wood on our regular buildings. And then as for the roof, I think I'm going to go with some deep slate. I was originally going to go with a red terracotta like we have on the village, but when we're looking over the entire island here, I kind of want this area to stand out on its own. So I think by switching out the roof color to deep slate, we're going to achieve that. What I'm also going to try to include as well is some of these cobblestone walls. That way it's going to sort of look like the walls peeling away in places. I mean, I guess what we could do is also add in some mossy walls, maybe just like in the corner there. Yeah, I think that could work nicely. Now, as for windows, I made some of these things, and these are called bar panels. You just make these with 2 iron bars, and when you place them down, they kind of work like a trapdoor. I think these are pretty cool. They're definitely going to lend themselves to a castle aesthetic pretty nicely. I did originally try iron bars, but the color was kind of blending in with the stone too much, so I think this nice dark steel color is going to look really good. Plus, we still have almost 4,000 iron, and that stuff's going to need using up. So yeah, that's going to be the basic design for this build. We'll also include stuff like towers and things like that, with roofs that will look pretty similar to that, I guess. Plus, there'll be some other things we can do to detail this place up. But before we carry on with anything else, I have popped over to Froggy's base to grab some red wool from a sheep farm, and this is what we're going to use to do our floor plan. Now, around the middle area, maybe slightly towards the back, this is where I'd like our main building to be, and I think we're going to make this like a nice big 13 by 13 square. And I think this area is going to be our tallest point of the castle, maybe up to like there or something. And then from this, I think I'm going to get a few other buildings just coming off of it. Basically, what I want to do is just make a whole bunch of these red squares and just try and connect them all up together. Now, how about over on this side, we leave ourselves like a little maybe 5-block gap like that. Then maybe we have a tower building over here, maybe just a 7 by 7 square. But after a little bit more red wall placing, we do have a bit of a floor plan here just to get started. I mean, I don't really want to completely cover this area with the floor plan, because the way that I like to build, I do kind of like to make things up as I go along. So I definitely want to leave some space for improvisation as I go, which we kind of have over here at this back area, and then also over here where we have our block palette. Now, one thing that I think is going to be super important when building this is to maybe try and include some smaller buildings that make their way down the train. But for that to look right, I'm definitely going to make sure that I build this bit high enough. I think realistically, it's probably going to need to be about there. But yeah, I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Before I get started, I think I probably need to grab a little bit of deep slate. Yeah, I've only got 78. So I'm going to pop down into the mines and grab a little bit of that. Honestly, with our mining speed and vein miner, it is pretty easy to grab. And just like that, we have a full inventory of it. So with that, let's kick it into the next time lapse. Oh, it's castle time. Well, some absolutely massive progress has been made over here on the castle. I'm definitely going to say this is phase 1 complete and probably phase 2 as well. I've gone ahead and added some extra towers here. I've got this nice little bridge area. And then over around the back, I've added this nice organic shape here as well, which I think turned out pretty good. Probably turn this into like a little garden or something. But other than the shape of this thing being all sorted, well, I got to admit, it's definitely lacking quite a lot of detail. I think the next phase of this castle is going to be getting all the windows in and stuff. Maybe like a few leaves, a few little planters. And I think I want to try and work in some more spruce wood into this as well. Just get it popping a little bit. But there is one thing that I can craft to make this job a whole lot easier. And that is this quadricopter. Now, I've made one of these on the channel before, so I'm not going to go into too much detail how to make this. For the most part, though, it is pretty simple. Just a whole bunch of vanilla items. So now we have our engine, and we can craft this thing. Just need to give it a bit of fuel. So I plonk it down, chuck in this fuel. And this is going to make detailing this place a whole lot easier. It kind of works like a really, really slow creative flight. I can go into first person here and knock out some space for some windows. Yeah, this thing's pretty good. But I think at this point, I'm not really going to do anything too crazy. Like I said, add some windows, try and add some more spruce, probably in the form of some shutters and stuff. So I don't really think I want to go too crazy detail with this. Kind of want it to match the rest of the base, and we haven't really done anything too crazy here. Oh, taking a step back. Look at that in the background. That is so nice. But I'm not going to bore you guys. I'm going to quickly get that done, and I'll be right back. And after a little while here, you can see I've made quite a bit of progress. First thing I obviously need to point out is all these flags here. Overall, I'm pretty happy with them. I still might tweak them a little bit. I made them out of the copycat mini blocks. They are quite finicky to place, but overall, I think they look pretty good. But if we hop in this thing here, we can take a little bit of a better look at this. I've placed in all these windows here and given them some spruce shutters. I think that's looking pretty good. It definitely ties in the spruce that we have there on the bridge. I've also got some little leaf planters here, just to give little pops of color. Going around the back, I've done a pretty similar thing to the front, except over here I've made a little trellis. I don't really want to overload the thing with windows, and I thought that would be a pretty cool detail. And of course, I've got it all sorted on the sides here too. Now over here on this turret section, I placed a whole bunch of these schematic cannons. I'm probably not going to use them for their actual purpose, but I mean, they are a pretty cool castle detail, right? So we can stand here and defend our island. As well as that, I got a whole bunch of chests and barrels scattered around. And finally, if we come back down to the floor, I've connected a path up to the entrance of the castle, which is this bit here. I mean, nothing really too grand, but I feel like it fits the island pretty well. But guys, it's time for the big reveal. As soon as I open that door behind my head. Oh, here we go. Yeah, just kidding. I still need to do the interior, which I think is going to be pretty interesting. And spoilers, this whole thing is definitely not going to get a full interior. I mean, any regular viewers of the channel are probably going to figure that out by now. But I do want to give this thing some purpose. And I'm thinking a nice entrance that leads up to a throne room. Because, of course, I'm Lord Blockdown and I need my throne. But before we get onto that, we have something very important to take care of. Last episode, me and Froggy promised that we'd do a certain task. And, yeah, I am not looking forward to this one. Oh, boy.
Okay, I think it's just right up here, Blockdown.
Are you sure? We have been journeying for quite some time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Here it is.
What? This is where you're leading? This looks terrible.
It looks kind of like jail.
This is where you want to fight 20 withers.
I thought it could be fun here. Look, it's very nethery. It's like on theme. You know, it's a little bit chaotic. Oh, God.
Oh, Blaze in here. Are you kidding? Ooh, loot. Golden carrots. Okay, so this is where we're going to fight 20 withers. I'm just constantly on fire.
Yes.
There's phantoms in here.
You like phantoms. You voted for them in the mob vote. I remember.
That is not true. I'm breaking spawners.
I'm breaking spawners too. Oh my god, this is so chaotic actually. Wait, oh my god. Wait. Do you have a better place in mind? Maybe we should go below. That looks a little bit better down there.
Below?
No,
What, just dig down? Just dig straight down? There's lava down there. Oh!
I found a cake.
Froggy, this is a terrible idea.
Oh, wait, there's diamonds.
Oh, just what we need.
I got 6.
This is filled with magma cubes.
There's no magma cubes. Those are magma squares.
I thought you hated magma cubes after, you know.
No. I hate them for what they did to Wax Fraud. Are you sure that this is the place?
No! You led us here. I'm not sure this is the place to fight 20 withers.
I think it'll be fun, though. Look how pretty it looks if you look up
I'm
from
in
the
lava.
middle.
I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
Are you being for real?
Yeah. Oh, I'm out. Okay, I'm going to be real. I do not want to fight 20 withers here.
Okay. So should we just dig into the side of the wall?
I don't know, planes by him?
Okay, the thing about fighting withers out in the open is that they fly up. And they fly up endlessly. Maybe we can just find a better cave.
Let's just find a big cave. This is terrible. I'm leaving.
Okay, I've already left.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
Well, oh my god, look at it over here.
Oh, this is very wither fighty.
Yeah, I feel like, oh, see, I told you I knew a place.
Yeah, this is kind of like lit up as well. Okay, yep, this is the spot. This is the spot we fight 20 withers.
One could say it's lit in here.
Oh, here, yes.
All right. Would you like a piece of cake?
Yes. I just ate a
can't eat
sandwich.
it. Why would you do that? Okay, here. I'm going to give you half the wither skeleton skulls. Don't place them. And I'm also going to give you half the soul sand.
Okay, so I'm making 10 wither thingies.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So put 2 heads on each.
Yeah, not in the middle. I like to do the middle one last. I don't know why. Blockdown, I don't know if this is a good idea.
You know what? I know something for a fact.
What is it?
This is a terrible idea. Ready?
Yep. Oh. Wait, why are mine not summoning?
What? No. Oh god, it's happening. Okay, I've made 10 withers.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's so bad! It's so bad!
Blockdown!
This is a terrible place to do it! They're all on me!
They don't like you. I don't blame them.
You know what? I'm not taking damage though. My arm is probably taking an absolute beating.
From my perspective, this is crazy.
Please help me!
I can't!
This is the dumbest thing ever! Oh!
They're pushing me away!
This is terrible. This is terrible.
You wanted to do this out in the open.
Oh, okay. Retreat. Eat a sandwich. The noise is actually terrifying. No. I'm alive. Okay, they see me. It's just hard to hit one because there's so many.
I'm trying.
Oh no. Oh, some of them are taking damage. Some of these health bars are going down.
I'm doing that.
They're focused on me. Everything's fine. I'm in a safe space.
They're lagging my whole computer.
Oh, some of them are down. Yes. I'm hitting some.
I think one died.
I killed one. This is good. We're so good. We're so good. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm not panicking.
We're fine.
This is the dumbest thing we've ever done. Wait, there's 2 more.
Okay, I just want to say that none of mine even spawn though.
Oh. I mean, this is good enough, right? We've done good enough. They're gone. I don't know where they are.
They're on me. They're both on me.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be fine.
I can't reach them and I don't have a bow.
You didn't bring a bow?
I don't know where it is. I lost it.
Oh, I hit you.
Ow!
You're flying around. You're making them hard to hit. It's a good job I improved my aim last episode.
It hasn't really improved that much, to be honest.
Hey, what, you saying I was already really good?
No, you were already really, really bad.
I have missed like 5 shots in a row, I'll be real.
Yeah, I could sense that.
Here he comes. Finish him off. Huh, well.
I got a wither rose.
We got so much loot, what the heck?
Yeah, they drop stuff.
Netherite arcane stuff, netherite topaz necklace.
Netherite frost staff. Huh.
Netherite claymore. Spawner fragments. Huh, well.
Wait, there's like a whole bunch of stuff over here too.
Yeah, my inventory's
full.
Okay,
that was a little bit chaotic.
I mean, are we calling that good enough? I mean, I don't think I lost more than 2 hearts there, honestly.
You said that you were dying. You screamed.
I was just being dramatic.
just like usual. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll say that that's done. That was honestly a bigger challenge than the other dungeon.
I mean, there was one point where I had 10 withers just flying at my head. I'm very glad we didn't do it in the nether dungeon. Yeah, that would have been real bad.
Well, I've got a lot to do back at home, so I think I'll go.
Okay, I'll just, she's gone. Okay, brilliant. Okay, well, after whatever that was, I guess a whole bunch of chaos, I've made it back to the island and I've been doing a little bit of work inside the castle here. As you can see, I've laid a little bit of a floor plan here out for the throne room, and I've cleared away a whole bunch of the moss that was in here, some of the walls that aren't really necessary, just so I can figure out exactly what space we have to work with here. And I think this area here is going to be the space that we have for the throne room, and I want to start figuring out a palette for these walls. Now, thinking about it, these doors are probably going to be in the way, so we might need to knock off this row of the floor. Now, as for the walls of this room, I want to try and incorporate some of the colors that we have on some of the other buildings on the island, specifically our roof color with the terracotta we got there. We got pink and we've also got red. So I've gone ahead and crafted up a little bit of this. Oh, and you know what? I think I'd also like a bit of dark oak wood as well, of which we have absolutely plenty. Now, I think I want a little 2-tool thing of stripped dark oak all the way around the edge. All right, apparently it can't go there. This is how you know I really did not plan ahead with this build. But you know what? I think we can make something work here. Just got to get this dark oak going all the way around the edge. And now we have a little something like this. And now this is where the red and pink terracotta are going to come in. I think if we do like a big strip of this red, let me alternate between the pink and the red going all the way around. Kind of hoping this is going to look like some cool sort of wallpaper type thing. Now, I did something really similar to this when we played on the one-shot SMP. I'll try and remember to leave a link to that in the description for those that haven't seen it. But in that video, we built like a big castle on the side of a mountain. And I kind of want to take inspiration from the throne room that we built there. Oh, and already we're running into problems. No, yes. Oh, this can be cleared out. Yeah, I probably should have planned this a lot more. Just give me a second to get the rest of this terracotta in. You know what? We should probably really get some light in here. I can't really see what's going on. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I do kind of think, though, maybe we should just have one layer of the dark oak. Let's just get rid of this. And let's bring the terracotta back down one block. Yes, looking good, looking good. And this side's looking, yep, something's not quite right there, is it? There we go, much better. Now, could this afford to go any taller? Yeah, I kind of feel like it could, you know. I don't know, let's try maybe like another 3 blocks or something. Yep, that's looking a lot more grand, I think. And now to figure out some sort of ceiling. Now, if we step out here, I think at this point, I want to try and incorporate some of this nature that we have outside inside the throne room. And if we take a little flyover to the tavern, I think I want to do something similar to like we had in here, where we have these spruce beams and then a whole bunch of leaves that are hanging down. Oh yeah, I should make some more of these chandeliers and stuff as well, right? And maybe we can take some inspiration from these shelves and stuff. Yeah, I think there's a lot we could take from the tavern and incorporate over in the throne room. So just give me 1 second and I'll bring it back once the ceiling's done. All right, a nice bit of progress in here now, and hasn't this ceiling made such a huge difference? You can see here I got some little sprucey arch beams, and then I kind of tried to make big sprawling vines with all the leaves, and then for lighting I've made some of these things, some iron chandeliers, and I think they look so cool with the leaves. I don't know, it just kind of feels like they're meant to be there, you know? Now we actually need to start decorating up this throne room, and of course we're going to need to start with a throne. Now I've got this seat here, but I need to try and use some dark oak to try and make some kind of throny kind of thing. Honestly, this might be easier said than done, but maybe have something like that, some stairs up here, perhaps a slab on the top. Oh, you know what? That's actually not looking that bad, you know? Oh yeah, I did also craft a banner to try and put there. Oh yeah. Oh, look at me sat on the throne. Maybe just put some trapdoors on there and maybe here as well. Yes, I think that's it, you know? I kind of like that. Now I've also got some of these copycat bites here, and I want to have a go at trying to make some sort of like hanging flag behind me. Cyan is the color of our flags in this kingdom, so let's try and figure something out. I mean, maybe something like this. I don't know, is this going to work? Let's maybe try put some dark oak up here. Just fill these in. You know what? Looks a little bit dumb, but we'll roll with it. Now, let's get some tables next to the throne. Gonna need somewhere to put my drink. Oh, speaking of, let's maybe grab a couple of beers from the tavern. Oh, I guess we'll take some whiskey as well. So now we can have whiskey and a nice beer. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, in the tavern, I did make some immersive paintings. So let's maybe chuck a couple of these in here as well. Yep, that's actually looking really cool now. I like that. Now, do I have any red wool? Yes. I think we can use this to make like a nice sort of carpet that leads up to the throne. So let's do something like this. Yes, I like it. Let's maybe have something that comes over here and then also over here as well. Now, over here, I think I want to do something with these aging barrels. I mean, we didn't actually get into the vinery mod. Froggy did that, but you know, we need somewhere to fill up our wine if we're the king. And then maybe over here, we have like a little seating area. Maybe that's where people wait to see the king. Just going to get a couple more immersive paintings in. And let's maybe try and chuck in a few more lanterns as well. This place is looking a little bit dark. And yeah, I think this throne room is looking pretty sweet. I mean, now I look at it, that flag at the back's not really central on the wall, but if we take take a step back here, close this door and never look at it again, well, I think that's just fine, because we cannot forget our shrine task this episode, which is to complete our entire island. Now, if I just park up here on the tavern and we'll hop into free cam, you can see here our island is looking pretty complete. I gotta say, we got a little spot there that needs filling in, but also over here next to the fishing dock, we have a big pile of trees here, which I guess I could leave, but I feel like this is enough space that we should probably do some sort of building. And I'm thinking, seeing as we're right next to the fishing dock here, this would be a great spot for a nice lighthouse. So I think at this point, I'm going to get a time lapse of that done. And in the gap that we have over here, honestly, I just think we need like another wheat field or something. Maybe just fill in all of this space. I think if we do a building, it's probably going to be a bit overbearing, because of course we want the main focus of this area to be the castle. So without further ado, time lapse. And, well, I think that's the job done. You can see I got some nice big fields planted. I, of course, went with the wheat, some roses, and also some pinky flowers in there. So that fills up this area nicely. And if we come get in our boat here, we can get a nice view of the lighthouse. And there we go. I've got this thing nicely detailed up now. Made like a nice little dock thing just to give it a bit more structure. And then use some of these spruce copycat blocks just to give it some detail as well. I think this thing's looking so good. Super glad I decided to build this here. Definitely fills up this area nicely. But yeah, here we are on the dock. We got some nice fish barrels scattered around, and I also put these little overhang things on each side as well. And of course, we're not going to take a look inside. I was considering trying to get the lights to rotate and stuff like a real lighthouse, but honestly at this point we are fast running out of time, because now we're going to need to meet up with Froggy to hand in our task. Now I gotta say, this island to me is looking pretty complete. There's maybe a few spots like around here where we have trees and stuff that the shrine might not like, but you know, these are the trees that were there at the very start of the island. I don't really want to get rid of every trace of what was here before, plus a lot of these trees here are serving as nice sightline breakers, especially when we come around here and reveal our new castle. So I guess we just pray the shrine's not a moron, and let's go hand in this task.
Well, buddy, are you done with your island?
I think so. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, no, I'm done too. I have completely filled every area of my island with lots of builds.
Yo, let's go. So we get to complete the task now, right?
Yeah, I mean, are we supposed to push the button at the same time? I think we're going to get a great prize for this.
We're going to get such a good reward. How much work have we put in completing this entire island?
Yeah, I know. And wait, your castle looks so good. I love it.
Thank you. Yours is, Anyway, should we complete this task?
All right, ready?
Yeah. 3,
2, 1, go!
Oh! Wait, where's my prize?
Oh.
Where's my prize?
Blockdown!
Wait! Froggy, help! Wait, so I'm now stuck as a statue next to you for eternity.
Honestly, did not see that one coming, getting turned into stone and just... You know, I worked really hard on this. I thought that this was going to be good. At least we have each other.
Yeah, that's something.